Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I was just having some fun.
Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark.
Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having some fun.
Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise,
Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having
for the
some
ball.
fun.
Your mother
You
died
really
because
think-
of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're ignited.
has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Champions of Realm Season 2. Here we are at the little bit of a final stretch coming in. Now, talking about the same, we are looking at the semi-finals. Now, this is going to be the best of three, and it's going to be none other than Team ABM going up against Team IGN. Both of the teams have, been very competitive right from the start. So let's see what is it going to be. 80,000 prize pool, only one can win it away. Let's see what is it going to be. I'm your caster Peachy and I will be joined by Sarah today. Hello Sarah, how are you doing today?
Hello, PG. It's been such a long time, and we finally get to cast this
Yes.
amazing match together. And this is none other than ABM and IGM, the two absolute beasts of the Indian MOBA 5v5 scene. And today, they are here in the semi-finals to fix up that sword in the grand finals, like you mentioned.
Definitely. Let's see what they are made of today because both of the team are it's kind of like a close call for them. I want to see who will be the one moving forward to the grand finals because I believe team LCF already qualified for the finals.
Exactly. So that is also a very good point that you mentioned here. So ABM will really have to go all out if they want to win this best of three and, secure those points in their favor because they definitely don't want to lose against IGN and to take on LCF in the final. That'll be surely some match to watch because just before this in the league stage, we did see that ABM won against LCF already once. But then again, LCF will be the ones wanting ABM in that grand final spot so that they can take their revenge as well.
True, but my apologies. Looks like the next match, the winner of this match will be playing against Team LCF and they will be trying to battle it out for the finals. So that's how they will be looking at. But so far the draft is on. But talking about the draft, looks like we are looking at some kind of a respect bands being thrown around left and right. Understandable. These are the heroes you don't want to kept open for both the sides because they have been at their throats for each other for a very long time.
Exactly. So all of the Just all of these top three teams, ABM, IGN, and LCF, they have a whole history going on in all of the tournaments so far. And Shadow Rides has definitely proved themselves worthy to showcase what real competition is through Champion of the Realms S2. And obviously, now if we move to the draft, we can see that ABM is banning out on the Bonvira guy's famous Granger. Obviously, they have to do that. And then IGN will be the ones banning out on the Matilda as well as the Harith. As for the jungle bans, it is definitely going to be the Fanny and the Suyo. Definitely no counters to those two heroes.
True. One more jungle might be joining in. I really want to see the Lucas being banned because he's been going absolutely beast into the jungle or maybe onto the EXP. Depends. And let's not forget, Anti plays it very, very well. He tends to go to the pack lines, trying to make sure to tear it down. So that is something Team IGN has to look out, given the fact that ABM do have the first pick into their hands.
Absolutely. And the fact is, now that Jay is back into the jungle lineup for Team ABM, they will really have to play around Jay's hero pool a little more. So the Lucas ban is kind of going to be a good thing because Raren from oh sorry, this is not LCF because Respect can also play the Lucas out pretty well, but Jay will have to learn some more mastery on that hero. But definitely here, Andy can definitely go in for the Lucas on towards the EXP, but on for the first pick from the side of ABM. Are they going to pick up? Okay, on the side of ABM, do you think that they will be going in with the Badang or the Kalia coming in pick? Apex had been practicing that hero in ranks.
Highly possible. Since the Matilda is off as of now, there's a Chow still open, there's a Jawhead still open. Now you do see a high loss coming in. While the Kalia has been already picked, there's very, very less chance that we might be looking at a Kalia being going onto the roam. But I think that just reversed very quickly, I believe. Looks like ABM trying to go in for a three fighter man composition. Okay, guys, the first pick for coming in from ABM is Kalia. Yes, it is open. So as of now, three fighter, composition, and Jay going down as a Lucas on jungle.
The Kalia in the Rome will have the heals which is needed for that Lucas to sustain it in the team fights pretty well. And now on the side of IGN, they have locked in on the carry to melt down any tank picks that will be coming from the side of ABM. So definitely IGN does have a very strong draft with the high loss slowdown plus the Jukshin knockup. And ABM really needs to work around that. Peter has to pick up on the Farsa or the Eve to zone out the carry so she cannot deal as much damage as would be required to take down the CC as well as the Lucas. But as we can see from the second ban phase, definitely the Hayabusa getting banned out to let Mint as well as Peter have a little bit of that leverage in terms of positioning in the team fights, and then the Garot Kaja to be banned on towards the EXP. But of course, IGN answers that with the Joy pick.
That's definitely a strong pick coming in. I wasn't expecting that to be around here quite early on because as of now, they do you are already looking at a Lucas coming in. That means to counter that they need a little bit of an early game. So yes, the Joy was definitely a good pick, but at the same time, look at them, a Sicilian against a Zushin. Now that's something, I'm kind of worried about into the mid lane.
To be honest, I agree with you there because Jushin really has that zone potential to that Sicilian. But then again, it is Peter, and he does have a way with that Sicilian to just turn things around. So, an AB will
Agreed.
really have to wait for that late game spike for both the Sicilian as well as the Irithel to come online. So, we will be seeing what happens in this match because the early game is definitely in favor of IGN with the Jukshin knockup as well as the glue, just using that flicker combo to jump on them, and even the high loss slowing them down and the electrifying beats obviously coming in so very handy.
Let's see what is it going to be to take down that tanky composition team. IGN have prioritized a carry, understandable, but again you're talking about a tier S goal laner against a tier A goal laner, so that's something carry has to work around. Carry has to play it slow into the early game. One fatal mistake and it might be over into the late game, but I believe since ABM has crafted around a little bit of a late game, not little bit, let's just say it is kind of looking mid to the late. So they would definitely try to stretch it up around the 20th minute or maybe 15th to the 17th.
Absolutely so. Because unless and until that Sicilian picks up the wishing lantern and the glowing watch together, the damage output won't be as they would wish it to be. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the land of dawn. And as we can see, IGN already with that little bit of the early skirmish and domination, which doing what he does best on that Juxin, and Peter will be having to play it very safe. Look at him already getting so zoned out from his minions.
Agree. He cannot go out. If he goes out, he's losing his HP. He's going to lose his life. Let's not forget the joy might be coming in. Oh, but top lane.
Okay, we could see Mirio in a lot of danger there, and that early flicker getting baited out thanks to Apex's early rotation. But then again, the stun electrifying beats as well as the stun coming in from Apex onto Respect, not really useful there, but okay. Chosen getting caught out in the middle of three people as Jay finally secures that for his blood. Long awaited return of one of the best junglers in India, and we are definitely going to be able to see him in action today.
It's been so long that we haven't seen Jay playing, so definitely it is going to get exciting for him. Now that First Blood is into the hands of Team ABM, they will be eyeing around the turtle. Now Apex, he's been zoning out very well. He's giving the little bit of a protection to the top lane, to the mid lane. Now it's looking quite good, but Zaushen, he needs to be looking out for the damage because it's just like so much damage right coming in from the early game.
Exactly so. That early game aggression is there from both of these teams, but somehow ABM is just getting a little bit of that upper hand on thanks to the Lucas and that insane crowd control chain which he provides along with the Kalia. But now we can see that Mirio is trying to zone them out. Lucas in the beast form trying to go in, will find respect in the middle of all of it. He uses up his ultimate, but it lands onto the glue. Not much damage being dealt there, but Jay finally manages to get the retribution, steals away the turtle from IGN, which trying to zone them out, and even Muriel will be caught out once again. Mint with that perfect little rotation and will find the early kill once more.
Look at them, Team ABM pressing down advantages as much as possible. Now this is looking good. Turtle already into their hands. That means Team ABM will be having a kickstart. Given the fact that you're looking at a Irithel. Irithel just depends on the items. Irithel needs the core items. Now I really love how he's just like trying to freeze it out.
Exactly so. And there is like not much of a rotation or gangs coming in towards the goal lane. The major fights are going on towards the mid itself, and that Lucas is dishing out quite a lot of damage already. And Irithel, she is actually having a much easier time on towards the goal lane as compared to the carry because of that skill 1 and skill 2 damage in the early game itself.
Look at that. Now this is what you have been expecting. Irithel against a carry, but oh,
Okay, Kalia with the ultimate right there launches respect into the air, but not enough burst coming in from the Irithel as well as the Sicilian right there. But Jay there going in onto Witch and Chosen will have to retreat because there isn't much backup coming in from his team there. Mirio joins the team fight but will be caught out very low. Jay will try to use the ultimate, lands out to Chosen, not much damage being dealt out of there. Mirio also caught out very low, Vengeance being baited out of Antaean, which they're trying to get the kills, but Aaron finds the kill on towards Anti right there, the only casualty from that team fight. A little bit of an over aggression from the side of ABM, don't you think?
Agreed. Now that Team Hygiene are also trying to catch it up. Look at the goal difference. Nothing much that you're looking at already closing out. But if Team ABM gets this turtle, then you know you might be looking at the goal difference getting increased on that. This means it is an important turtle for the side of Team IGN. Let's see how they will be moving around because both the sides trying to capture the river area for themselves. Who's it going to be?
Exactly. The second turtle fight is already up and Chosen is getting poked out. Meteor is trying to zone them away as much as possible, but Respect, he doesn't seem in the mood to contest the turtle right away because he went for his blue, which is kind of a free invitation for ABM to take down the turtle, but they are also playing as smart. Look at Aaron getting taken away by the Sicilian as well as the Irital and an off-cam kill by Jay onto the junction. This is what it's all about, but Respect there trying to take down Peter as well as Mint all on his own, and he actually manages to find the double. What a beautiful trade-off coming in by Respect.
Agreed, agreed. He's just too low. He cannot contest for the turtle as of now. Team ABM snatching it away. But this team fight, it was definitely into the hands of Team IG, and they played it out very, very well. They played it out right on point, right on when Team ABM were trying to go in for a re-engage, but it was impossible for them.
Absolutely, and now Respect will find a little bit of that early game damage which he needed right from the first minute of the game, taking away Jay's raid, taking away some of that farm, and now we can see that the goal lead is literally non-existent anymore. It's literally equalized. But then again, as the game progresses, the Irithel and Sicilian will have a better time as compared to the Jukshin or the carry. But then again, if the carry finds the free hits and Respect is able to take down the Sicilian on towards the backline, IGN will definitely have the better hand during the team fights.
That's true. That's true. Now look at that. 4-4-3. Both the teams are not interested in the team fights. Both the teams are not accepting the team fights that would be coming in. But Jay already in position would be spotted out by Clue very, very soon. Here we are. Now, 1 minute onto the game, we will be looking at the lot coming in. This means Team IGN have 1 minute to get as much as farm into their hands, trying to increase your farm, trying to make sure that which gets a pathway to pick those enemies up and try to toss them around. But at the same time, the aggression from the side of Team ABM, it is a lot. KVM moving in directly to the back lanes. Oh, there's definitely no a hard CC to counter that.
Exactly. So there is no actual CC coming in from the side of IGN because it's only the Jukshin who has a knockup and the Hylos who has got one stun and the rest is all slowdown. ABM known for like they are such a team who can just run away from the Hylos ultimate to the sideways and they can reposition themselves. So definitely in terms of crowd control, the Kalia, Lucas, as well as the Sicilian and CC just win this out.
Quite right about that. But let's see how the games would be going in right now. Bottom lane pressure is there coming in from Apex as well as Zaujin. But Zaujin has to play it safe because it's the Lord. The Lord is here now. Both the teams will be trying to pick it up for themselves. Now, it is going to be a very good battle for the EXP Lignus because they are here at the river area now, and they have to target the back lanes. I want to see which EXP laner would be going first. Is it going to be Mirio? Is it going to be Anti? There's definitely a lot of potential in both of them.
Exactly so. And as we can see, the Lord is going to be up and Mirio is there just providing the vision which his team needs. But none of the junglers are on towards the Lord side. They will just be clearing out the top lane before moving in towards the first lot of the game at 9 minutes. And even Irithel is playing it really very safe while we can see that IGN is trying to take down Peter right away. The bat speed's not going to be coming in handy as Pete Respect will just jump in on that glorious pathway and steal that kill in his favor. favor. Now ABM is one man down. Kalia and Lucas are on their way, but will they be able to make it on time? But Kalia gets taken down by Respect and Aaron. The melt is coming in, the Trinity is up, but Irithel with the shutdown and Anti with the revenge kill onto them. Three members down for the side of IGN as Anti is going to be chasing them down, which is also down, and four members out from the side of IGN. That was a beautiful comeback coming in from the side of ABM.
Definitely look at that. That is just a, almost a wipeout that you're looking at. That means it is an easy load for them. Jay would be coming in just few seconds, and there's no one to actually counter them out. So, not taking the gamble as of now, given the fact that team IGN are already, spawned up. So they will be trying to wait it out. But again, we might be looking at something coming in because this fight just went away. Now you're talking about the second fight coming in. The Lord is here, so why not? They have to get the Lord. Both the teams are kind of on the same plane, but the goal difference into the hands of Team ABM as of now, and they are playing on that advantage. They are dealing that much damage that much gold they have as of now in their hands.
That is the whole point. The 2k goal difference in favor of ABM is really helping them out, and the Irithel is doing a good job of jumping into the team fights once the actual crowd control from the side of IGN is used up. It's kind of not there if we were to really look at it, but then again, whatever stun and slowdown is there, it is getting used up, and only then is the Irithel engaging. And even Anti he is doing quite the good job of marking down the backline, especially Witch and Aaron. He does have the vengeance to counter the carry as well, and now the Lord is down to half HP. Josen using up the glorious pathway once again to try and mark down Peter. Jay is all alone in the middle of that Lord fight, still takes away the retribution in his favor. Jukshin trying to get the knockup onto Andy as he was zoning down everyone on towards the backside, and Irithel out there dealing as much damage as possible. A 1-4-2 trade along with the Lord stolen away in their favor, ABM taking the lead.
Look at them. Tentacles already gather on their side, but they will be trying to push it more, given the fact that you're talking about a level 1 Lord going in. And as you know, the passive will be blown off in just few minutes. That means Team ABM, they will be having an easy time taking down the turrets if they made their trades right. As of now, moving in all together, four members into the mid, while they have been making sure that they do have enough resources before they make an engage. But a lot will be stopped already by Respect. Look at him. He will be fought. No.
Oh, no, no, it's respect. He just ran away using the two beats that he could manage. The Lord would be taken down quite easily, though, and that was a little bit of a miscalculation on IGN's part. They may have to do anything and try to take down even one inhibitor.
The inhibitors, now that the inhibitors are safe, this means Team IGN, they do have a easy pathway to farm as much as possible. Now that Team ABM haven't taken down much of the creeps around them, so definitely it is kind of a easy path to close the gold gap, but it's riding quite high. It's going into the favor of Team ABM. Now that the Lord's gone, you're looking at them trying to push it down. Can we have a look at the itemization, because it's kind of a slow game as of now.
Yep, both of the teams are just going to be waiting for that farm and power spike as ABM. They will be freezing the Lord, obviously. I mean, freezing the minions, obviously. And Team Aijin will have to come out if they want the carry to actually farm up some items as much as possible. But it is Respect who is doing most of the lane clearing on towards the top side, though. So we will really have to see how that carry actually manages to deal out some damage during the team fights.
It's a question that I want to see, given the fact that carry her core items is here, but she needs a defense. She needs to get away from Peter. She needs to get away from Jay. She needs to get away from, Irithel as well. There's definitely a lot of damage coming in front of her. So let's see how they will be waiting it out. But Jay definitely, waiting it out, trying to lay traps.
Yes, and the thing is that even if Mirio is so far ahead, and if ABM really wanted her, they could really just burst him out before the Lord fight even starts, and that would be quite fatal for the side of IGN. But okay, Mirio was smart enough to not really give away his position and locationing, while the rest of Team ABM is already starting out on that Lord dance, and only Chosen is the one who is there to provide the vision. Aaron did join him, but the Lord would be reset, and they now are aware of Chosen's positioning because that was a very smart move to just reset the Lord and try to scout down the members of IGN.
Now IGN has to make sure that they take down one member from ABM, but okay, the Lord.
Okay, we can see Miria trying to go in the middle of five people would be instantly melted, as well as Respect, who was trying to steal down the Lord, but it won't work out. Aaron's wind got baited out. He's trying to run away, but Mint with the maniac right in the backline, trying to go for the Savage, and he actually manages to get it. One of the very rare Savages to be picked up in this tournament, and that too by Mint from ABM. This is really working out for them because this is just a very easy base push. They take down the turret so very easily, all starting because of that little mistake at the Lord fight.
First game of the day, and they take a Savage. What a way to end the game. Now, this is what we are talking about. Look at that. The energy is definitely high for Team ABM as of now.
Absolutely. And after the little downtime which we had seen ABM go through in the Feather Arc Showdown, we can finally see that Jay has come back to the lineup, and even that form of ABM which we are so used to seeing in the major tournaments, that is back. They took down IGN pretty easily, I would say. That this draft really worked out for them. And it felt like they were having quite the breeze throughout the game, even though IGN really tried their best, and kudos to them. I personally liked IGN's draft, but then again, ABM just wins it out.
No, talking about the same team, IGN, they tried to take down as much as the early game, but I believe they weren't able to melt down the front laners for the side of Team ABM. That's where they need to come up. They did pick up a carry, but the carry did not get enough farm. That was something that I did not want to see today, but it's okay. Only, this is Mobile Legends 5v5. Only one team can win it up. So that was the first game.
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with game number two in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere because things are just starting to get interesting.
Alpha, my dear doomed king. The time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having
for the
some
ball.
fun.
Your mother
You
died
didn't really
because of
think.
you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we can see, ABM took away the first game 1-0 lead in their favor, and now IGN is going to go all out to try and secure the score for a 1-1 and not let ABM just clean sweep this and have an easy time. Because after all, it is IGN, one of the oldest squads in India with the maximum potential that we have seen, and they will definitely be looking to make a comeback in this series in their favor. ABM2, after a long time, they are finally back in their full form and confidence, would be looking to end this as soon as possible. So, definitely, this is one clash that is worth the wait to watch. And this will be me, Sarah, alongside none other than PT, casting this match for you.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having fun because IGN versus ABM. Now that team ABM are on a match point. Let's see what is it going to be. Now, definitely, as we have seen it at the first match, how the respect bands were coming in. Second match, definitely you will be looking at the same. But this time, what is it? Something new that team IGN will do to make sure to push it to game number 3.
Exactly. And as we can see, the draft has begun. Is IGN going to be the one to try and pick up the Lucas in their favor this time, or are they really going to just ban it out? We will know in just a few seconds. And as we can see, the first ban is going to be the Kalia right away because we saw in the last game how much of a nuisance she just was.
Agreed. Apex went to that Kelia that was definitely too annoying for the front laners to deal with, but the back laners they weren't able to do anything. So that was how team IGN has to avoid it, and definitely you will be looking at that getting banned. But on to the other hand, this time a Godot cards are getting banned. Understandable, but at the same time, you might be looking at the high loss coming in.
Yep, good prediction right there. The God of Kata gets banned out, and I do think that ABM will also ban out on the Fanny because we know how much they respects Fanny. It's been an old story among them. But as we can see, IGN here banning out on the Suyo instead. So is a Matilda or a Lucas going to be their next ban, or are they going to take away something like the Granger? No, I think Aaron will be the one picking up the Granger. So is it going to be a Badang or some kind of an EXP laner? Maybe the Phoveus getting banned out from the hands of IGN.
Oh, okay, okay. Now the Phobias is definitely one of a good contender right here to go up in the pans. But I haven't seen team IGN picking up it a lot. But let's see if they are able to pick it up today. But on to the other hand, had been taken off one of the main heroes for okay, that was the main hero for. Wait a minute. Oh my God. The goal laner for IGN. Aaron the creator.
Aaron,
Oh,
of
Aaron.
course.
Okay, it's a main hero for him. So I don't understand why Team IGN made that ban. Given the fact that Mint he might be known around to play that, but he was playing a little bit of going around the Irithel more.
Exactly so. And if we are not wrong, I did mention the Phobius getting picked or banned, and obviously Mirio just locks in onto that hero right away. But that does mean that Jay once again has the advantage of picking up the Lucas. They still have the Sicilian, the Eve, the Juxian, the Selena, all open in the mid lane as well. And of course, Peter locks in on that Juxian right away.
Okay, okay. This game also, they just want to take it away into their hands. Now, there's quite a possibility that, you would be looking around how he would be just like, picking up the heroes, moving it around. Now, I want to see what are they going to pick up to counter that. And to counter that, you're not looking at a quite an exact counter, but Team IGN, they are definitely planning to get their team fights all ready on with the slows, with the hitbox, they just want to zone them out. But at the same time, there will be pickups, there will be ejector coming in.
Exactly so. And to answer that, ABM actually picks up on the high loss. I think the plan here is to just use up the glorious pathway and jump in onto that Eve like Team IGN was doing in the previous game onto Peter's Sicilian. But okay, a Claude ban coming in from the side of ABM. Now that is something not only unexpected, but completely uncalled for, I would say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at that. Picks coming in quite aggressively as of now. I'm not sure about the Claude as well. Maybe it's just, they just don't want to deal with that because a little bit of a chance that you might be looking at how Team ABM wants to stretch it out to the 15th minute once again. So maybe that's the case. But let's see. Again, a lot of respect, man, for Apex. Uh, High loss, maybe or maybe not onto the EXP lane, but mostly it looks like a roam as of now.
Yep, especially since it's Apex on that hero. And we will really have to see, though, how this actually plays out for the side of IGN because currently their draft looks very strong, and now that the alpha has been picked up, it looks even stronger. But then again, there is the Lucas on the hands of ABM, as well as the Hylos Suction combo, which last match was in the hands of IGN. So we'll really have to see how ABM plays this out because the now that the CC has been picked up, the only real front line is going to be the Hylos. While on the hands of IGN, they have both the Jawhead, the Phobias, as well as the Alpha. So we'll really have to see how the Juxian manages to change things for the side of ABM, while IGN will be looking at a complete dive-in kind of composition.
Okay, once again, a little bit focused onto the the HP coming in from the side of team ABM, understandable, but carry who is there. That means that they will be trying to make sure to get carry the farm. Now, this time, if they don't, then definitely that will be a deja vu moment for the side of team IGN right from the last game. But let's see how they will be capitalizing this into this game, given the fact that team IGN they are on a bridge that's about to fall down.
Absolutely. Two very strong drafts and two very strong teams. It is all going to come down to the matter of sync and execution during the major turtle fights, lord fights, and all the mutual objectives. The rotation is going to matter, the communication is going to matter because neither of these teams want to go down even one more match. And IGN, they really need to look for a comeback now because otherwise, ABM is going to have that match right away against LCF next.
That's true. That's true. Let's see what is it going to be into the land of Dawn. You guys are watching the second game of the day. Team IGN versus Team ABM. One side, it's a fighter team composition. The other side, a little bit focused onto the team fights plus a lot of damage. So let's see who is it going to be winning it up today.
And as we can see, we are into the land of dawn. Both of these teams are going to go ahead for that standard rotation, and both the teams will be looking for a EXP rotation if you can see at the map. That means that the goal lane once again will be left open for both these goal laners to just duel it out among themselves, except for the fact that Chosen might just rotate towards the goal lane. But that would mean that the EXP lane of ABM is gonna have some trouble, and he just managed to dodge that Spirit of Alpha, baits out the Vengeance. Will he be able to escape this? No, Respect finds that kill, but now he has no escape on himself. Instead, Apex is getting melted, but Lucas is there for the rescue, deals the damage, gets the kill onto Respect. Perfect 1-for-1 trade. Even Mirio is going to be in some danger. He is getting chunked down, gets the Vengeance baited once again, but he has quite enough sustain. Chosen, will he be looking for a flicker ejector? We don't know yet. There isn't a real damage dealer from the side of IGN. Okay, Chosen, try and look for something. Just baits out a little bit of that mind games right there.
Okay, okay. Now that both of the sides have taken down one for one, we will be looking at a little bit of a pause coming in. Maybe either of the sides they might be following some problem. So let's see and wait for them. But as of now, that early game skirmish at the bot lane. Oh my God, respect. He was quite quick today.
Exactly. So Alpha does have a little bit of that faster jungle clear once he gets level 2. So obviously he had the early rotation onto Anti, and even though Anti managed to sidestep that, obviously it's an Alpha and a foe. Yes, they are going to chase you down. And that is exactly what happened. ABM though, quick with the response, found the stun onto Alpha, and Lucas was there to take the kill in their favor without even using the beast mode. So definitely it was a good trade and shows how on par both of these teams are.
Okay, okay. This is definitely fire into the hands of Team IGN, given the fact that they were the ones taking down the first blood. Now, this means Respect will be having enough farm, a little bit of a kickstart to that, coming down to his first item very quickly. But it also tones down to the turtle. Now, from the first game, we have seen how it was Jay who was coming in with a perfect retribution every single time, not once that he, in that skirmish coming in, even though there was a lot of knockups, there was a lot of CC onto him, still he was able to get his retribution right on the objective. So, respect, that's definitely a challenge for him now in this game.
Yep, and I think the match will be resuming once all the players are ready, and it seems to be a little bit of a network issue on their halves. So obviously, we will be waiting. And till then, Peachy, who do you think in this game has a little bit of the chance to get that upper hand towards the late game and take away the victory?
Now that Team IGN have made the first move, I believe they will be trying to pushing down to the game number three as much as possible. They do have the team composition. Now they do have the damage. Now the Eve does play a very big part right here because of the headwork composition that you're looking at. And if she's taken down, I believe the team fight will be crumbling down. But let's see what is it going to be. The match has just started now. Total.
Okay, not this time, JJ. He managed to use the beast mode and tried to steal away the turtle, but he clicked the retribution a split second too early, and Respect just managed to find it when the turtle was at a legit 121 HP. So a little bit of the miscalculation, and that is what we meant when we said that the players have a little bit of that connection issue, which is why these pauses are going to be coming in.
Okay, okay. Looks like, one of the teams they are having a, network issue. It's okay. Let's wait for them to resolve it. I'm pretty sure that they will be coming in. But there's definitely one thing I want to talk about is Eve. She's like a glue stick as of now. She's the one holding down the team fights. But I want to see how you know Auntie will be diving into the backlines because it's Eve. Eve does have the flicker at the max to escape.
Exactly. That Eve might be a game changer for the side of IGN because she has damage, she has the slowdown, she also has a lockdown with the real world manipulation. And once the Lucas is inside the range of that ultimate trying to take them down, the rest of the members of IGN can just jump in onto that beast and take him down, while the rest of Team ABM will be looking for an opening to shoot them from outside the real world manipulation's range. So definitely their ABM needs to find a workaround and figure out how to get that Moskov a little bit more range so he can deal some damage even when there is so much of zone coming in from the side of IGN.
Oh, the Moscow is also one problem onto the late game. There is a carry to match the speed, but that is just not enough. Last game and the creator did not get any farm. This game we might be looking at something opposite, but at the same time, Team IGN has to make sure that they go to the top lane. And with that, the pause has been resumed. Let's go dive into the match, Sarah.
Exactly so. And as we can see, IGN taking away that early lead in their favor with a nearly 2k goal lead, which means that ABM will have to wait for the Chukshin as well as the Moscow to get farmed up to actually find some kills. The only thing which I don't like about a Chukshin pick is there is no actual scaling in terms of damage. The only thing she gets to do is knock people up and down throughout the game and is highly team reliant for you don't know, just highly team reliant to
True.
find those skills. That is the only problem with the Jukshin in your team's draft.
But at the same time, once you just pick up, like try to pick up another man, but the mobility is there from Respect, a little bit from his Spear of Alpha, but there's Meteor coming in, but okay.
Okay, we can see the real manipulation getting used up onto Peter as well as Apex, which getting knocked up in his position again and again, and he should definitely have to use up that flicker to try and escape. Even Josen will have to look for a kind of escape, but the Spear of Misery did land onto the Eve, but it was a really bit too deep under that turret to try and look for the kill. So obviously, smart play there, Moscow, to delay the recall, but then again, obviously, an even smarter decision to not actually commit to it.
Oh my, that was definitely a very close call for Witch, but you know, I believe he did not have his blink skill to come out. But if he had his blink skill, I am pretty sure he would have jumped in. But at the same time, now the turtle is up, talking about the same second turtle. Look at them.
And there is another fight to be going on at the turtle. Lucas using the beast mode this time. Anti-wise the curtain call on to respect turns down the team fight all in his favor. Apex trying to run away with 1 HP. The knockups coming in left and right by both the Phobius as well as Jukshin. But Anti will be caught out in the real manipulation and will be taken down. And even Peter gets knocked up and ejected by Josen's Jawhead, and he will be using his ultimate to try and escape, but not enough. That Phobius is excellent at chasing down the enemies, and he is even into Jay's buff right now. Jay has no farm at the moment to take him down. We'll just manage to secure the buff as IGN will have free time at the turtle.
Oh my, okay, Team IGN definitely coming up with the neutral objectives onto the side. Now this is looking quite good for them, but at the same time, look at them. I wasn't expecting them to go in for the objectives quite this early, but the same pressure is on onto the top lane as well. Now, you do look at the Zaushin. He tried to delay the one minion. Now that is definitely a good play coming in, but I believe that turret won't be surviving.
And that is exactly what. And on towards the top lane, if we can see, we might see a complete gank coming in onto the Moskov unless they manage to reroute, which is exactly what they are doing. ABM knows they are currently behind in farm at the moment, and they should dodge as much as possible. And you know what? Team IGN here is actually taking that to their advantage as well. They know that if the Jukshin is starting her second skill on them, as well as using up the first skill to speed herself up, it means the side of ABM is coming in for an engage. And that is exactly when they know that they have to retreat and not commit to the major team fights.
No, true. Look at them. Oh, Zaushin with a flicker.
Okay, we can see the flicker trying to come in from Josen along with ejector, but not of any use. Apex uses the glorious pathway to take them down. Anti with the vengeance as well as the curtain call takes down Josen right away. Peter getting caught out very low thanks to the real manipulation, and even Anti will have to retreat now. 1 for 1, and both of the roamers getting taken down, while on the mid lane it's the jungler versus the EXP, and Mirio somehow seems to be winning in that skirmish.
Okay, now you know it is the Phobius who does have the upper hand right here, does have the lane clear, but now that the focus has shifted to the mid lane, will the mid lane be taken down, or Team IGN focusing onto the last turtle of the day? Now the last turtle, Team ABM, look at them.
Exactly, the third turtle of the game, and Apex will be getting melted out right away thanks to the ejector. Jay once again tried to find the turtle but will be caught by Mirio and will be melted down. Mint being the only one to push some of those lanes and will be looking to take down the little farm which is available on towards the bottom lane and will have to retreat. Team IGN not really contesting the Moscow on towards the bottom lane because they know that he will be able to recall. Instead, they traded it off for the mid lane tier 1.
O- Okay, the push and pull is there from Peter this time, but I am kind of having a fear that both the marksmen are actually getting farmed. Can we look at the itemization, please? Because both the marksmen with one with 2 assists, one with 1 assist. Look at that, almost done with the core items. Both of them going on the same plane, while Carry does have the upper hand, but what is it going to be? We are already onto the mid game as of now. That the the damage coming in from the items is actually showing up.
And as we can see, the carry already has the corrosion as well as the golden stuff, and will just need a little bit more gold to try and melt down. Meanwhile, the Moscow was actually built out on the Demon Hunter's sword before the golden stuff. I think that is going to make a major difference. But okay, well, another ejector coming in by Josen out of Apex. Constant knockups as well as the real world manipulation to lock him down. They are simply targeting the horse and taking him down first so that, like I mentioned, there is no real front line for the side of Team ABM.
True. And this is little bit of a problem for them, given the fact that Zaldjian is always coming up with the ejector, and that is on point. Look at them. If it is the Hylos going in, they are ready to melt it down. If it's the Luke is going in, they are still ready to melt it down. So it is definitely a problem for them. So let's see, what is it going to be? Level 1 Lord? Is it Team IGN picking it up or Team ABM?
Exactly. So, and look at that. Apex already getting melted out. But okay, Min finds a little bit of that engage. He tries to find the kill, but Aaron, he also finds a double kill. The Lord is very, very low. Will Team ABM be taking it down? Aaron and Rajosan being the only ones trying to find an escape. Anti trying to deal some damage right under the turret itself. Will find the double. Peter helping him out right away with it, which also got out very low in the middle of two people. Peter finds the triple. Will manage to escape, but a minimal HP remaining. ABM, are they looking for the comeback? Is this the opening that they needed?
This is what Team ABM specializes in. They try to open up the cracks. They try to take down right from the mid game. This is what I wanted to look at it today. It looks like Team ABM right on cue. They got it onto their hands, but now the Lord is open. This means Team IGN, if they want to contest, it is going to be a problem.
Exactly so, and now the Lord has been secured by the side of ABM once again. They are looking to recover the gold that they had lost, and now the goal difference is once again absolutely minimal.
Okay, okay. Now that Team ABM has got the Lord, they are shifting the gold into their hands. That is definitely a way to go. But Team IGN playing it slow though. Now they don't want to go in for team fights. Understandable. They don't want to, make sure get the skirmishes on. But look at that.
Okay, we can see the skirmish coming in, but once again ABM makes a little bit of that mistake, but Jay being the only one to try and find a kill out of the team fight, two down for the side of ABM, and now Mirio is getting chunked down pretty low. Respect finds a kill on to Lucas, who went in a little too deep for his comfort, and Moskov, he was getting chunked down with a vengeance itself because of that demon under sword. More the damage you deal, the more you're trying to kill yourself instead, but now that the Lord is going to be chunking, getting in their inhibitors. The Holy Shield is going to be taken down. The Tier 2 is getting taken down on all the three lanes, which means that now ABM has a little bit of that turret advantage.
Oh my, the Lord, Team IGN, they're not letting it in. Understandable. Now that Team ABM have gained a little bit of a momentum into their hands along with the gold. They are trying to focus it up onto the gold as well. Now that the gold doesn't matter much, both the teams have enough items onto their hands, especially the core items to deal as much as damage they want. But it all depends onto the team fights as well as the positioning of these players. Now let's see how is it going to be. Team ABM will be trying to put it in a clean sweep, or Team IGN pushing it at the game number 3. Now that into the bottom lane, we might be looking at a skirmish, but both the teams are playing it slow.
Exactly. And as we can see, and now the goal difference is actually in favor of ABM. Minimal, but it's there. And IGN will have to look to not make any more mistakes, because the more the mistakes they make, the more this game is going to be slipping out of their hands. The Moskov, he now has a slightly higher range than that of the carry, I think, thanks to that malefic gun, which, unless the carry picks up, she won't be having an easy time at all because of the high loss, the Jukshin, the Sissy just jumping down on her, and even the Eve won't be able to zone them out as much because the sustain is now there onto both anti as well as Hylos, and they will be there to zone out the Eve and carry pretty well.
Let's see, what is it going to be? The Lord is already here now. It Miro as well as and the creator, they are definitely equally farmed, but one is level 15, one is level 13. Now that is definitely a concern for Aaron the creator, because Mint has been moving around the map, taking down creeps, or farming of the lanes which are quite open for him, quite accessible for him. So that is the level difference that you're talking about. But at the same time, the Lord has been started. No Lord done so far, but they just don't want to. Oh,
And as we can see onto the top lane, Jay getting caught out solo in a 1v4. Huge mistake. This might just cost ABM literally the whole game, and that is definitely not something they were looking forward to at the moment because the Lord is out, the glorious pathway is there. Moscow trying to deal as much damage as possible, anti-zoning them out, but the Lord, it is going to be taken away by respect, obviously, but Anti finds the double kill. Will be going in for more. No, Carrie is there, dealing as much damage as possible, and Carrie gets taken. Okay, no, Carrie takes on the Moskov instead. Now she is looking for the Diction, but will not be extending any further because both the teams know they need to stay alive to push with the Lord, and ABM knows that they need to stay alive to defend this.
Let's see. Team IGN with the Lord, with the heavy on the gold as well. Look at that. Three members are already down. This Lord might be a little bit of a waste if Team IGN cannot find a way to push down the bot and the mid. I believe the mid will be taken off quite early on. But talking about the same onto the bot lane, Team ABM, they are covering it all. Now they know they don't want to lose any more turrets. If they do, they know it's going to be a problem for them. And as usual, got this game definitely going 15 minutes and above.
Absolutely. And even this lore gets cleared down pretty fast. Kind of like a deja vu from the previous game because it was Respect who was taking down the lord in the previous game and now it's going to be the Moskov and the Hylos. So definitely IGN they cannot end this game anymore. No goal difference. Again, showing that these two teams are literally so equal in terms of their skill levels and they are simply not willing to give this match up.
Okay. Lord already taken down. That was definitely a quick one. But now, you know, uh, minion pressure is definitely there. Now, from the bot lane, yes, top lane, it will be there soon. But talking about the Lord as well, 1 minute is still left. Now that team IGN have been moving around a lot and they have been playing it all together. And as I mentioned, it is the E who's trying to hold, giving them the slows that they need now that they are just like farmed up. They are just like, look at that. Respect, he doesn't need attack. He doesn't need a frontliner to deal the damage. He himself is a frontliner.
Absolutely, and now we can see that Spear of Misery did connect. Moscow will be able to join the fight quite easily, but gets ejected by the Jawhead, but shows them zoning them out as Aaron finds the very low end auction finds the kill onto his Aaron instead, and Pirio will be chasing it down but gets taken down by the Moskov, and now it's literally a free push for the side of ABM if they manage to take down one more, and that is exactly what they do. The Ice Queen one is up, and even the Moskov has the flicker to try and escape. Jushin gonna zone them out as much as possible as Moskov chunks down that turret. The passive coming in really very handy for Moskov at the moment. That range is going to be helping him out so much. But they are going to go back and they are going to start the Lord for Lucas to just come and take it down because this is once again a very 3-4-3 team fight, but obviously Team ABM will be the ones with the Lord advantage at the moment unless Respect managed to reach it first and Lucas doesn't. Realizing that, ABM will definitely try to reset it right away.
ABM, first side of Team ABM, the zone is right on point as of now. You do have a Apex as well as Peter, but okay, look at them trying to go in.
And we can see Respect getting caught out at the curtain call. He gets taken down. Mint finds the double kill. No one to mark him down. And now even the carry gonna be taken down very low. Jay manages to find the kill. A complete wipeout from the
Oh,
side of ABM. Back to back. A savage in the first game. A maniac in the second. Mint changing the entire game for the side of ABM. Takes away the victory. ABM clean sweeps IGN with a 2-0. What a beautiful comeback from them.
what a game coming in. What a game. That is how you end a game, guys. Take a maniac, take a savage, and that is how you end. Definitely, Team ABM really played it out very, very well. Though the early game was in their hands, yet they capitalized the late game.
Exactly so. And it was once again Peter and Mint doing majority of the work and those curtain calls by Auntie. Just so very accurate. Jay, he did miss out on the retributions a little bit, but it is obviously a little bit of a server disadvantage, I believe, unless it's going to be the same for everyone. I'm not sure of it. But then again, Peter, Mint, and Auntie, they really showed up for their team, completely changed the course of the game at that Lord fight, and took the team to victory. IGN, beautiful start to the game, beautiful team fights and teamwork coming in thanks to Josen's ejectors and Mirio's chase downs, but they lost the late game, and that is what cost them this best of three as ABM took them down in a 2-0.
The late game is the strongest suit coming in from the side of Team ABM, while early game to the mid game, it is a very strong for Team IGN. Yes, they did capitalize it very well, but unfortunately, it was not their game.
Yep, that's a sad ending, but we will have to see because the next match is going to be against LCF, and that is going to be another heck of an interesting game as well. So, but we'll be back after a short break, so do not really go anywhere, people, because we will be right back with Champion of the Realms S2.
Alpha, my dear doomed king. The time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my I was just having some fun.
Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down.
Alpha, my dear doomed king. The time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having
for the
some
ball.
fun.
Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down.
Alpha, my dear doomed king. cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having some fun.
Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme.
Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having some fun.
Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're ignited.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, the second match of the semifinals today between the team LCF and, quite surprisingly, a team which we did not think would make it to the top four. But yes, we are finally here with Holocaust 1942 on to the other side, facing up against LCF right now in this Champions of the Realm Season 2 with the semi-finals going on. And this is going to be a best of three series. And yes, onto the caster's desk. This is your girl Zero, accompanied by none other than my fellow caster Bolty. So, Bolty, well, first of all, welcome to Shadow Rise. And how are you doing today?
Feeling good, feeling pumped, even though my voice doesn't, speak for itself. But yes, Champion of Realm Season 2. What a great tournament to be in. Thank you all for the opportunity to cast here. And yes, with that being said, that last game, that previous game, I was watching it, and IGN suffered quite a miserable loss, getting clean sweep by ABM. That is quite unfortunate, but maybe this next game against LCF and Holocaust, maybe things will get spicing up a little bit. Don't you think, Zewa?
Yep, definitely. Things. I mean, it's a semifinals. Of course, the top four teams made their way up to the finals. Made their way to up to the top four. Yes, will be going their way all out for a chance to win out that 80K diamond prize pool. So the things are gonna be getting really heated here. Without further ado, let us just head on to the drafting phase. It is gonna be Holocaust onto the blue side and LCF onto the red side.
And yes, solo cast. I haven't really heard about them yet, so this is gonna be new grounds for me, especially Lakshmi Chitfun, of course. They've been like a
Mm-hmm.
powerhouse in the FAS as well. I'm pretty sure they're like on top two on the leaderboard. I'm pretty sure, unless my calculation were wrong or correct. I have no idea. But anyhow, this time Granger been banned on the side of Holocaust again. This guy has been rocking. But honestly, in the previous ranked games, this guy without a good team is not working out quite well. But this is a tournament lobby. This is professional. So I think, yeah, everybody's scared of this one.
Yep, definitely. So quite the target band coming in from Holocaust, the Granger as a first ban. But yeah, Badang, he's a quite irregular in the ban list, because of his fist crack and his, of course, fist wall combo as well. Quite annoying to deal with. So of course you gotta ban the Badang out. Same the other two bans, it's just the standard bans that are coming in. And quite surprisingly for Holocaust, they even though they have the first pick, they just decide to ban out that Kalea.
Yeah, Ray Goldfish is out of the gutter now. Yeah. And then we're getting a Jujin on the side of Lakshmi. Of course, this mid laner, even though consecutive nerfs coming for her, she's still on the ban list because of just the straight up utility pick down, drop down. That's just too much to handle. So another ban that's gonna be coming up, that's Matilda as well, of course. Very like a pick or ban oriented one. And look at this on the side of Holocaust, they're going straight for the Lucas.
Yep, straight for the Lucas as a first pick. Quite. I would say Lucas has been getting on to the popularity quite along with him, being in the jungle, giving him more sustain and a lot of damage dishing out. So first pick, being the first pick, securing out that Lucas, it does look like a great deal for your site. But then again, from LCF, they will be having their fair share of the trades as well, trading out the Sicilian as well as the phobias for them.
All right. So I just want to ask, like, give me like a clear, example of Holocaust's lineup. Like, who are the players? Is there anybody what to watch out in this one?
Mm, there is the mage in for Holocaust. He is, I would say, one of the best playmakers. Actually, he's the backbone of Holocaust here. So
Okay.
they should be, LCF should be quite watching out for the for the mage. It will be this Sir Comes-a-lot on the mage very soon.
Mm,
But yeah, basically I've seen that
mm.
guy carry the whole match alone, and I would say yes, he is something you need to watch out. And can't forget their jungler as well. But his signature pick, Fenny, was banned out from
Yep.
LCF, so he will be quite
Oh.
sticking towards the Lucas jungle maybe, or something like a Suyo. We can't really tell yet, but yeah, those two are the people that you need to watch out here.
All right, all right. Thank you for the insight. But look at this on the side of Lakshmi Cheat Fun. I've seen Bakshia being used to like as a utility jungle, but this time will it be another utility jungle? Because EXP, of course, Phobius is already there, so I'm feeling like this can be a Bakshia role, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, Bashir Rome, compared to a Bashir jungle, a Bashir Rome is quite, I would say, quite dull in front of a Basha in the jungle.
Yeah.
So it is a high possibility that guy, that Basha, is definitely on to the jungle side. I mean, I've been seeing LCF for quite these days, and I feel like they are quite leaning on to the triple sustain combo. They usually go for maybe a lot of beefy heroes,
Hmm.
and just giving the rest of the two, the mage and the marksman, their time to shine, while the rest of the tree, they're just sustaining all the damage and doing all the soaking work that they need. So yeah, it's gonna be quite an interesting match.
All right, for sure, for sure. But look at the picks on the side of Holocaust with Harriet and also Luke, not Lucas, but yeah, of course, Lucas is there and this high loss here. So anti-heal wise, Lakshmi Cheat Fund surely they have that Bakshia, double anti-heal stack it up with the dominance, of course. And on the side, look at the band so far. They are, Holocausts are actually, like thinking about, aiming for the gold lane. Like are they scared of something?
Well, you know, gold, I think for any of the teams right now, gold lane is one of the crucial roles that a team needs to watch out for. And I think targeting the gold laner is quite a wise choice, because I think, it's better safe than to be sorry, rather than just giving out a hero that might become a trouble for you in the gold lane. You would just want to ban out almost all of the possibilities of you getting ganked out or you getting out farmed just because of one gold laner when he's that good at it. So
Yep.
I guess they're just watching out for themselves enough.
Yeah. And then comes the Moskov pick on the side of LCF here. Yeah, it's gonna be laning against gold lane hard, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, this Moscow needs to position quite well, especially on the early phases, because this Harrod is like a damage monster, basically magic damage. So Moscow also will need to force out that rose goal, not early on, but maybe like if he's taking too much damage, he can go for at least like a magic play. But look at this composition coming in from Holocaust. They're going beefy with this one. They got the jungler as a Lucas, and I'm pretty sure EXP is gonna be Gatot, right? And then there's gonna be Rome as Hylos, and look at that. They are lacking on like I'm pretty sure like the what do you call it, like the roaming kind of thing, but that Louis with the what is that diversion is gonna like carry them across the map.
Yep, yep, definitely. So they are, the lack of map, I would say map rotation was made up with that Loi. I've not seen this guy pick up a Loi in so long, but I'm
Yeah.
so glad he did, because she's gonna be quite the playmaker here, paired with that Hylos and that Gatotkacha. And Lucas, he is already quite good with him, him being alone, but paired up with all of the composition, and I think it all plays really well for their side. They got the engaged. They got the back line. They got cut out for the back line. And then front line, Lucas is just gonna jump onto you with the flash step flash combo as well. So it is looking quite strong for Holocaust, but we can't forget about LCF and their lineup as
Mhm.
well.
Yep.
That's also looking quite on with that. What do you say, Bolty?
Absolutely. LCF are renowned for their, strong team composition as well. So Holocaust, even if they get the good draft, it all comes down to execution. And as we are back in Land of Dawn, where dust never settles in this arena. And looking at the blue side, gonna be Holocaust, and it's gonna be the red side on Lakshmi Chit Fun. And whatever it is, may the best team reign on.
Yep, definitely. That is what we are hoping for now. As we speak, the laners are definitely having the time of their life poking around, going around the map. And, focus is definitely on to the side of Stock TV right now with that Moskov. They are watching it out they are watching him out because we know all how a Moskov does in the late game. You've got to gank him up, you got to choke him down onto the early phases of the game, but okay, that there is a couple combination coming in from LCF, so if that hits, then it's gonna hurt really bad, Bolty.
Yeah, of course, of course. Look at the flash combo coming in from Lucas, but that's just gonna be the guy jumping towards Rudy. But no, it seems like Holocaust are aware that they have to back off because if they can't pick out somebody in an instant, it's always the green light to go back. So no trades on both sides.
Yep, definitely. They are playing it safe. It's the early phases of the game, and you gotta watch out. You gotta preserve all your skills, and you have to be quite what do you call it? Quite greedy about how you use it because you can't be spamming it around all the time because it's the early phase of the game. At least before the first turtle, you gotta save up your skills. But look at that Bolty. A rotation coming in from 9 lives right there, all the way from the top lane. But yeah, he does decide to get back, although pressure is building up onto the turtle side.
Oh, yes, initiation coming in from the Phobius, but who is it gonna be? The Retributionist? That's Robcom right here, securing, and also two being picked on the side of Lakshmi Chitfan as they go for the triple, and it's gonna be the double for Mr. Boo here. But never mind, I feel like they're gonna go for the triple, and yes, indeed, the Bat Flash feasted upon him. And there we go, triple kill on the side of what Lakshmi Chitfan looking so good, but they did lose Rara in the process, but that's completely fine.
1 for 4 trade. I think LCF quite won that trade, but look at that, another trade trying to go for it. And look at that Wolfie.
Yeah, Robcom just wanna, trampoline this one, but yeah, definitely it's gonna be Coom here, getting Coomed and absolutely destroyed. But it seems like LCF they won more because they're going for the jungler over here. But oh, the position coming in from Boo there, absolutely taking out the jungler of Holocast. With that being said, two down the side with
Oh,
basically two kills. Never mind, it's gotta be the other one. But no, Stark GG was clever enough to force the flicker away, so he's gonna stop it from being a tree.
okay, the positioning of the diversion, it did not hit the bush, so they were immediately spotted by Stock TZ right there. So he had the chance to escape, and he did it. But then again, nine
Oh
lives.
no.
I
So
don't
he's
think
in
he's
trouble
gonna
here.
survive that. But yeah.
That's almost 9 lives getting a kill, but it seems like Stark here want to do something, but his demand force is gonna slowing down as Sarkhan Salah bursts on him, and also Kum as well. He gets dead, so it's gonna be a 1-on-1 trade with a gold laner in Rome, but it's just gonna be the Sicilian there getting kills left to right already. 504 and make it Raren taking out Sir right there in the process. With that being said, it's gonna be 2-1 trade.
Definitely trades winning out by LCF right now. The follow up is there for their side. And with Basha being the jungle, he can wheel around the whole map. And he is gonna be quite fast in that rotation compared to the Lucas. So Holocaust they kinda need to watch out, go around the bushes and utilize Luoyi's diversion on to the greatest maximum extent, as long as they can do it, because they kind of need to rely on the diversion and make a set happen, which Gacha can definitely do right now, but they are quite struggling to find the solid ground that they need for the initiation, as LCF just asserts their dominance onto the whole map.
And yes, look at the 1.5 coming in from Raren as he gets the kill again. And that's going to be a double for Raren because the Sanguine Claws is going to stop the evil from getting away as well. But it seems like it could be a triple, but no, Golden Path being used for the defensive as well. So nobody's going to get killed for now, but Raren a bit in trouble because Romcom comes here to smash the absolute centaur out of that, getting the kill. And with that being said, 2 down on the side of Holocaust as LCF are actually, celebrating with a 2 and also a turret on the top side.
Yep, turret being the cherry on top for the celebration right now, but Stark TZ, look at that, going versus a 1v2
nice
where
flick.
he just caved that ulti though.
Oh, even another retribution pop there. That's an ice retribution to stop the Beast of Light from going way too deep in Stark. So, looking right now, it's gonna be bot lane turret is gone again. So Romcom is basically gonna be 1v1 or maybe not.
Definitely that is what they are doing right now. The objective gameplay coming in from LCF, really good, but one more engage comes in Volti.
Yes, killing spree for Romcom here, getting kills easily because LCF are actually on the gold lane as well as the kill lead and the objective lead. As look at Romcom here, likes to play with trampolines, AOG being trapped, only touching a little bit of Raren, but 3 will already fall on the side of Holocaust as the tier 1 on the mid side falls to the hands of Luxme Chit the Fun again. And look at Evil, he couldn't do much because the Sanguine Claws is just way too much slow at the same time. Just grabs you in and funnel you down the middle. Oh, divergent play coming in. Cyclops a lot is kind of going back, but I actually don't see it. But he actually make a blunder with the diversion, gets taken out instantly. So LCF just asserting dominance of what they are. Big team.
I don't know if I just gave them the caster's curse. I was glazing on the circles a lot, quite a lot, but he's not having the time of his life right now. But yeah, so the as we saw the diversion coming in from Luoyi, might have been a panic. Might have been a panic ult, going all the way to the back line, just giving yourself up to the enemy. But there's still room for making up as they go onto the back line again.
Yep, that's definitely something happening. Raren wants to play in the back shots over here, but Cyclops a lot. Just forcing the flick, but it seems like he's gonna get caught here. And look at the Curse of Blood. At the same time, Stark comes in and just bearing everybody down, but 2 will fall right there as Holocaust suffer a great loss. I mean, Evil did use the AOG to get the safety, but then again, 2 of the core people that can initiate fire kind of gone now with, I feel like Lucas here as well. Oh, look at the shield just penetrating this Beast of Light. So it's going to be going back, and also 9 lives also going to be going gap because this turtle is either going to be a turtle fight or a free turtle instead. Let's be fun.
9 lives. He got 6-9 left out of his 9 lives right now. He already gave up 3, so he needs to watch out. I don't know what will happen when he runs out of 9 lives. Maybe a tower spike, but then again, there is another engage.
Oh, that is a yin and yang reaction coming at. Roncon still likes to jump around here. Misses the dark wave, so both of the teams are going to be walking off, or maybe not. Oh, perfect Sanguine! And Romcom will be the one to secure 9 lives, of course. But it seems like 9 lives already died 4 times, so I guess like only, 5 nines left for him? So that being said, trading off, not even a trade, it's just pure, absolutely good stuff on the side of LCF as Raren, takes this Luminous.
Yep. Absolute domination coming in from LCF right now. Holocaust, they are not even given the chance of farm because of all of the engage. Even if they try to engage, they are just getting counter engaged, counter getting taken out in reverse rather than them taking him out. And they are already quite behind 10k gold. And at this point, I kind of suggest they just stay around all together, maybe farm up a bit more so that they can take the engages. But I kind of feel like LCF, they are looking to end the fight quite early, because look at the
Oh,
position of Ronco right there.
okay.
Oh,
Romcom gets a double, but there is no range for the Infernal Pursuit to follow up. So it's just going to be him backing off, or maybe not. There's a little bit of a delay on the mid side as well as this Luminous marching down on the bot side. So Team Holocaust are trying their best to kind of defend this, but I feel like they just give it because the Curse of Blood comes in as LCF funnel down gets a godlike on towards evil at the same time. 9 lives, dying once again. There's only 4 more lives for him as the Lord charges in the bot side. This could be the inhibitor broken on the side of Holocaust as yes, Stark takes it and he want to go for more penetration over here. But it seems like he's just going to be on the safety in the backside. But Boo is just giving some free shots. And with that being said, unstoppable for dead. And with that, all being funneled down. That's a win on the side of LCF with a staggering, astonishing play coming in.
yep, quite early of and 11 minutes into the game, and they already got their first victory in this best of 3 series. Now, it was not even an 11, it was 10 minutes 40 seconds. The amount of macro coming in from the side of LCF, and I gotta commend Boo on that Sicilian. I mean, who does play Sicilian like this? It was already it was just the early game. It it was just transitioning into the mid lane, but Boo, he was positioning his Sanguine Claws really well. Every time I saw his Sanguine Claws, it was connecting onto at least one person, dealing
Yep.
the damage more than his bat impact, I would say, and just slowing enemies down, trapping them all the way back. And it was just quite commendable. And the engage coming in from Rarin and almost everyone, they kind of just played along, played all through the draft, rotated really well, showed the team coordination, and just pressurized Holocaust out there right from the start, giving them everything that they can do to choke them down. And they know their whole potential, so they just go all out, go aggressive, and they still come out at the top.
Yep. That's LCF to you, folks. And only 2 kills on the side of Holocaust. They're actually pretty much just getting late at that fight. So, what do you think Holocaust could have done? Is it the draft, or could they, like, are like falling about a bit on like the execution wise?
Draft, I would say, I think it was quite good. It was on par with the ones with LCF. But I feel like Lucas, he kind of got choked down starting from the early game. So he was kind of getting caught up in almost everything. And the diversions from Luoyi were just not doing it right. So
Mhm.
even if there is a Luoyi, maybe you kind of need to have your whole map sense directed onto the diversion, so that you are able to predict your enemy's movement, maybe go for an engage when catching them off guard from behind, or maybe in a spot that they least expected, right? So I
Yep.
did not see that kind of diversion from the side of Holocaust. So that is something they kind of need to work on. And as a clutch gameplay, I would say, if you are in a pickle of what to pick, then I think mastery over meta is something that you need to consider,
Yep.
rather than just picking out what is suitable for the draft. if you are more comfortable in a hero that you've been using for quite a lot, if you're comfortable in something which you know will be able to counter them, you will be able to execute it to the fullest, use that hero to the fullest, then you should
Yep.
definitely go for it rather than going for a hero which you have, less experience on. And I would say personally, I feel like Luo Yi is a mage which needs a lot of game mechanics to understand because
Yep.
yes, you can master her yin yang reaction quite easy. That's quite easy. But the most important and the most significant part of her kit is the diversion. So
Yes.
in in hands of a good player, she is something that you need to dread about. So at this point, I'm just glazing Loi, but what can I
Okay.
do? She's just my wife. I would say she's just my wife.
Damn, Joe going a little bit too Yuri there. But let's keep the Yuri teams aside because it seems like we're in the draft once again because Lakshmi Chit, I'm pretty sure, is going to be on the blue side and Holocaust on the red. This time, all things considered, Lakshmi Chit fan are going to have the time of their life. Either they want to end it quick or they want to play it around like most top teams do, right?
Yep.
So, Holocaust this time, they got to reconsider their draft at the same time. Maybe, like you said, comfort pick, or in slang terms, the one trick picks. So yeah, Holocaust might need to consider that if they actually want to do stand a chance against Lakshmi Chitfun.
Oh yes. Speaking of one trick picks, yes, yes, I remember. Nine lives or nine lives. Yeah, he is a one trick Mia. So if
Okay.
if the
Nah.
situation is that you
Nah.
know if the situation is that tight, then he might just pull up that Mia. So that's something you need to watch out.
But I don't know about a Mia, especially against a monster team like LCF, because they are gonna know how to completely obliterate the Mia, right? But all thing considered, maybe if Holocaust have like a good front lining and where the Mia can easily kind of farm and get the power spike, most likely yes. But Lakshmi Chitfun, I don't think they're gonna be giving that reality, that timeline.
Yep, yep, definitely. You can dream all a lot, but there will be someone who will clap you back to reality. And in this case,
Zam.
it might be LCF right now. But looking at the bands, it's just the I would say it's just the basic bands that we are seeing right now. Not anything interesting, but this time Holocaust, they kind of need to win this game because it is the game point for both the teams. If LCF goes for a clean sweep, they will be advancing towards finals, and Holocaust, they will be competing for a third place if they do, give out the win to LCF. But I think it's a little bit too early to come to conclusions right now because you never know the game. Yes,
Yeah.
it depends on the mechanics, it depends on your macro micro, yes, definitely, but it also depends a bit on your luck. So
Mm.
yeah, we can't really tell unless the game is over, until the end we can really come to a conclusion. But both the teams, they are considering quite a lot regarding the bans and putting all of their, thoughts into what could be making the game or breaking the game for them.
Yeah. Looking like a Fanny band. Once again, instead of Lakshmi, at the same time, the Matilda, the new band that is going to be the Harriet, being, banned on the side of Lakshmi, Chitfun, so 9 Life. No more. Wait. Okay. We forget about Ray's Fish here because some tsunami play is going to be coming on the side of Lakshmi Chitfun. And yes, the new hero. She's so fun to play, right? Like,
Yep.
she's like most of like a pick off hero. Yes, playing her on the roam is kind of a bit risky, but at the same time, if you pick her in the EXP, she's so much fun to play because the pick off for an EXP player is quite important. So having that as an extra kit is so good. So on the side of Holocaust, 3 more bans. That's going to be Lucas, and the usual band as we see before, it's going to be that Granger at the same time this Jujin, Ray's wife. So oh, look at that Holocaust. This time they're going like they're taking the pick that's the Sicilian. They don't want to give Boo the Sicilian once again because Boo is just obliterating them in the last match, and this time in Holocaust going for the another usual one with Evil. I'm pretty sure is gonna go on the EXP with the guitar again.
Might be, or Coom here might go for a Gatot roam. He's quite flexible, so we gotta check until the last moment which who picks what lane. But yes, coming back to Sir comes a lot on Sicilian. He's quite handy with the Sicilian, same as well.
Wow.
So it is kind of in a good hands, but it also depends on the team, like how LCF was executing the whole draft last match. Um, and I think LCF would probably go for the same tactics, put pressure or starting from the early game. But if we look at the draft of LCF right now, the Badang and a Kalea combo, I mean,
Mm.
it's starting to stir up trouble for the side of Holocaust right now.
Yeah, look at that. Lore accurate draft on the side of Lakshmi Chitfund, right? A sensei and a Kyohai, was it? I'm pretty sure, right? Like a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, mind me. I mean, Jiwo knows the Japanese culture. She's actually also very good, what, in terms of Japanese words, she's also very good in the
No,
voiceover. Even though you know me, okay? I've heard it in the
no,
streams, okay?
no, we
So.
don't talk about that. We don't talk.
All right. With that being said,
No.
yes, Lord accurate draft on the side of Lakshmi Chitfan is actually going to be quite interesting to see because honestly, I don't. I mean, the only kind of combo that works against a Batang and a Kalia is the Kalia tsunami slamming somebody and Badang following up with the fisting, right? And then that's where like the enemy is gonna get trapped inside the boundaries of Badang. So that's only like valid combo that these two have, even though they're like very close in the lore. So we will see. We will see.
Yep, definitely. There is also one drawback of that Kalea and Badang combo because Kalea might be picking you up with a tsunami slam, picking you up with her tail. But if she picks you off away from the fist crack from Badang, then it's just like she is on your side of the team, right? And you
Yeah.
can kind of escape that tsunami slam after it's being casted, so you kind of need to watch out. But I'm quite skeptical about that CC pick going against a Badang. I feel like CC struggles around Badang, but
Mm,
still
yep.
we still don't know yet if that Badang is on the roam or that Kalea on the AXP, because both of them are quite the flex picks.
Absolutely. It's definitely gonna be a CC on the EXP, but Badang also. It's good. I mean, like I said, like the Kalia can be forced to go on the road. Oh, wow, Zewa. What a prediction, Zewa. What a freaking prediction. Mia, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the debut? I'm pretty sure it is the debut, right? Of Mia. Or was it been picked before, like with good teams on this tournament?
In this tournament, I don't think Mia has shown her face as far as I know, but I've seen him pick Mia in other tournaments and kind of dominate the teams. But yeah, so one trick user
What?
incoming, but oh
What
my
the?
goodness, is it?
What is going on?
Am I seeing this correct? Am I seeing this correct? Is that a Balmond?
Is K trolling or what? What?
Is no, yeah. Is Kay trolling us, or is or are eyes, deceiving us?
Okay, it seems like Lakshmi Chitfan wants to play a little bit of tankiness, right? Jungle Balman, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, some people been using this to rank up in the lower side, but you kind of need like a
Yeah.
support to, give you that snowball, right? So this time, honestly, Holocaust actually have a chance against LCF because of their draft, basically. So if
Mm.
Holocaust lose this one, like they deserve to get clean sweep. Basically, that's all I'll say. Holding back.
Yeah. That's definitely something. Yeah, I would be disappointed, honestly. But oh my god, that Bauman. Okay, I'm flabbergasted. LCF did their they cooked. They definitely cooked here. They either they cook the whole draft, either they cook the whole Holocaust, or they are getting cooked because I don't know if they're messing with us, but I feel like they are definitely messing around with Holocaust right now,
Yeah,
taunting them. If you can't defeat us with this stuff, then I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. But yes, the Ixia, quite of an underrated hero, I would say,
hmm
because she's got that range and she's got quite quite the great skill set, but the only problem is maybe she lacks a lot of mobility.
yep. That blinking, is very important. That's why you always pick that flicker to go, to complement your ultimate. That is the barrage. So, oh no, but this is the problem. Like we have said, you do not have the blink to escape. So you're basically, just a sitting duck. So you need somebody like the, tanky front line. But I'm pretty sure that the Badang can only be the one that kind of synergizes with Enixia right now, because Rudy here is trying to gap some punches on Circums a lot here, but it seems like Rudy is going to be in trouble. Absolutely gonna get killed by 9 lives, and there we go. Already 2 kills on the side of Holocaust.
Yeah. So the team, it's kind of a deja vu right now. I don't know. I
Yeah,
saw this same scene in the previous match, but that time it was only LCF doing it. But bottom lane pressure building up again, against Romcom and Rare and just hiding in the bush right now.
absolutely. Seems like Rudy and Boo. I feel like Rudy is looking for the title strike over here, but look at that. Goes in.
Oh,
It absolutely smashed the Coom out of that one, but it seems like it's gonna be
oh my
Rudy falling here,
goodness.
or yes, indeed, like Tung Tung Sahur. Was it? I'm pretty sure.
Dung 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 sahur, yes.
Yeah, that meme is just, contagious. But anyways, it's gonna be a free turtle on the side of Lakshmi, or maybe Tung Tung Sahur can do this, but no, Raren gets it because he's just showing him the retreat gap of the century over here. And with that being said, 3 kills on the side of Holocaust and 0 on the side of Lakshmi.
Our joy here did not even get the chance to use up that retry. Gotta
Yeah.
save that retry for the next turtle. But yes, Ixia might be in trouble as the four members from Holocaust assemble onto the top lane, trying to build up more dominance onto the marksman side, giving Mia the snowball that they need. They are kind of dependent on Mia right now, and quite of a great rotation coming in.
Seems like Rudy's in a little bit of a pinch though. Flicks out by Comes a lot, trying to get the final bat's impact, but it's not going to be reaching because it's
Oh,
basically a very fast fish we're talking about. Just littering across it with that streamlined body of hers. But anyhow, it seems like Evil is also going to be getting some, free hits on the bot side as Romcom here is back. I mean, this guy, I'm pretty sure his favorite anime genre will be Romcom.
yep, yep, definitely. So our evil Doofin Smart, as we like to call him, Caster, he is quite having the time of his life, just
Yeah.
getting the turret goal for himself. But once again, fight brewing up onto the top lane. Although both the teams they decided it's not the right time to fight because the turtle is about to spawn in 20 seconds, and you definitely would not want to miss out on the neutral objectives, right, Bolty?
Absolutely. And look at that. The river surge going towards the bot side. It's going to be EXP once again because the first turtle already been taken out on the side of Flex Me Cheat Fun. And look at this. Holocaust are looking for that angle to take it straight away for their. They need that the protein of the turtle to, boost and enhance their strength. But it seems like Rudy coming in with Tidal Strike over there. Tsunami Slam also. But with that being said, it's still going to be Holocaust getting the turtle at the same time. Going to be picking out 2 kills with 9 lives. Gotta get the double. Like you said, 1 trick for the win. Gotta be a triple right there. With that being said, that is so much kills on the side of Holocaust as they are back on track.
Yep, definitely back on track this time, looking for the blood of LCF onto their hands and definitely executing the whole part of the plan very well right now. 064 and in the favor
Oh,
of Holocast, just going around. Oh my goodness,
that's a
Rudy's in
flicker.
trouble.
Yeah, Fruity freaks the flicker though, but it seems like she's gonna live for now. But Raren, on the other hand, still want to get that, blue buff. And at the same time, also, seems like Rudy still dies with, Sarcumsalot getting the kill for the team.
Definitely, you know, LCF, they have so far they are not able to
What
focus
the?
their whole match right now. Focus on the
Yeah.
whole objectives. It definitely just getting a lot, that getting a
Nah,
a
Stark.
lot of pressure.
Nah,
Uh,
you are not him, Stark.
oh my goodness.
You are not him, but look at that. Boo coming in with the better airstrike. Gotta be buzzing on a little bit on the holo task here. Like, the nuclear costing, but it's just gonna be the better airstrike costing over here. With that being said, it's gonna be a 1-2 trade on both sides with Luxmy Fun actually getting a little bit on their side, but it seems like Tail Strike coming in. Is it gonna be a tail wrap? But no, no, no. It seems like Rudy is not gonna be wrapping.
His wrap is on cooldown, so he gotta wait before he wraps his tail around. But again, look at that, 9 lives, playing it out safe, and Kum is out there protecting him like the whole match depends on him. But once again, a fight before the
Oh.
turtle.
Bad Fist by Sarcumsalot here. He does have those bad slots. So yes, Raren though. Gotta be a sneaky one, getting the turtle as soon as possible because let's me cheat fun are kind of trolling at this point. So, but then again, they might be able to do something because Romcom is gonna be trading out with 9 lives over here, but 9 lives will be the one to get the double as well because this guy is just picking kills from left to right. The one trick kind of works, but it seems like 9 life getting busted upon by Boo there as Boo, the mid lane standard, just takes it all for Luxmy Chicks Fun with 2-2 trade on both sides.
Yep. 201 KDA in the hands of Boo and just picked up the blood wings in his hands. So the shield is gonna be helping him out sustain the electrifying beats coming in from Tung 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 Sahur, but once
Look at
again,
Circumsalopta with the Tsunami Slam being targeted, and yes, indeed, will fall to the hands of Raren, but also Kum here. Oh, look at the absolute positioning coming in from Boo. Takes the kill onto Kum there, and also Electrifying Beat's gonna be up here, but it's a 1v5 situation, and Mr. Tung Tung Sahur, more like you are down to Bahu, and with that being said, it's gonna be 2 or 3 deaths on the side of Holocaust with no loss on the side of Luxmy Chit Fun.
okay, LCF is clapping back right now after getting the farm that they need, and oh my goodness.
Another one, but Romcom this time finally get the shutdown on 9 lives as well. But that's gonna cost a lot of Holocaust on the process there. But it seems like Ruby gotta be coiling with the slamming as well as Romcom will be the one to get the secure and Rarin. But never mind, Romcom was the one actually getting it. But no, look at Rarin. He's just a Balmond, but he's absolutely slaying it. 3-2-2 with a killing spree because of course you want to maximize that heal from Balmond's passive. And with that being said, they're going straight for the Luminous Lord. Even though they're troll picking, they want to win this because any time wasted is basically nothing.
Time is money, Bolty. Time is money.
Yeah.
You gotta respect your time. But yeah, look at that. Holocaust is trying to go around the Lord, but yet LCF, they are defending.
Raren?
Oh no, my goodness. Okay, Raren. That was quite a close call for him. But
Imagine. That could have been the clip of the century for LCF, right? Raren
Oh, yeah,
gets killed by a Lord.
definitely. While executing the Lord, the jungler gets executed. But
Yeah.
yes, back to my point, LCF is clapping back definitely, going around looking for more team fights as they get to the farm, and I think getting segregated and
Oh,
having
oh.
a team fight. But look at that.
Tsunami Slam. Star comes a lot. Flicks as well, but he won't be surviving the wrath of the fists of Romcom here because he likes it, very hard, I guess. So with that being said, that's going to be a Luminous marching down the top side here. It might take the Holy Grail blessing from the turret, but it seems like Holocaust are doing their best to not waste it, but no, they cannot because this turret, boom, goes, and there goes the Lord as well, but it seems like that Tsunami Slam, finally, a good barrage coming in from Star TZ, and yes, he gets that 9 lives with a double, but still lives to see a day, and that's going to be a triple, but no, Raren will be
Oh my
saying this is our kill on the side of Lakshmi Chickfun. And with that being said, Boo taking that mid tier, second tier as well with Romcom using the fist to stack up the Thunderbelt and gets that inhibitor on the side of Lakshmi Chickfun.
Raren on Balmond. Balmond is
Oh,
everyone knows
another
him.
one.
Oh my
Oh, that's
goodness.
a Rappy Coil, and look at the combination with that one. And it seems like Evil is gonna be, basically giving that curtain skull. But what I wanted to say was the combo coming in with the Tsunami Slam at the same time, the lethal counter. That's just Chef Kiss right here.
Definitely. So, as I was saying, Bauman, our Pookie of MLBB community, right? He is basically everywhere, I think, as far as I've seen all the MLBB ads.
Yep.
But yeah, he's just getting farm. I don't know about your multi, but I was quite skeptical about that Bauman Raren on Bauman, but he is just executing it quite well.
Any top jungler right here are always slapping with any kind of jungle heroes, even if they're
Yep.
trolling. But it seems like Evil is on the pursuit, but a nice fisting coming in from Romcom to keep the Evil at bay. But at the same time, it seems like Evil would want to get the dust, and yes, Star TZ gets the kill, and it's going to be another inhibitor lost on the side of Holocaust because LCF are just going for it. It seems like Holocaust might be the one to get clipped here because losing Kiana Bauman is going to be quite the pain as Sanguine Claws connects to two members of LCF. And look at the ALG coming in. Stark is in the middle of it, but he still wants to do it, but 9 Lives will be able to take him out. With that being said, double kill for 9 Lives, going for a triple. Yes, indeed, gets it. It could be a Maniac right here. And no, 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 Sarkumsala will be the one to die instead. With 9 Lives going back to get the regenerative abilities of that fountain, but it seems like Coombe here wants something more, but the Electrifying Bee is going to be targeted across, but Boo with the flicker, just absolutely trading him out with outside with a fist coming up, and also Romcom here. Gonna be walking off with that Layla emote.
Romcom did not need his wall for that fisting, but oh my goodness, solo
Oh
kill
my
from Boo
god,
right
Boo.
there onto 9 lives.
Damn.
Seems like 9 lives is starting to give up his 9 lives. Already 4 down, although he is getting the
Yeah.
kills, he's getting killed as well. But yeah, Holocaust, they're just falling off like mosquitoes one by one right now.
A commendation for Boo here. I actually like the way he's utilizing the burst heroes as a mid laner. So this guy is actually going to be on my watch list for now. So with that being said, that's Luminous Lord undertaking on the side of LCF because Ryan is going to be popping the retribution and goes for the initiation as they're going to be chasing down Lakshmi Chitfun right here because Romcom using the wall to absolutely gets Tung Tung Sahur there as Ryan will be the one to grab him. But AOG being used for the defensive, but Sar comes a lot, falls a lot.
I like that. I like that. Sir Counselor falls a lot. Yes, he is
I mean,
definitely
8
falling
deaths, man,
quite a
8
lot.
deaths. Oh, look at the combination coming in from LCM, and there we go, triple for Star TZ, and to end it all with a broom sweep, ladies and gentlemen, this is LCL on the prowl.
2-0 clean sweep coming in from LCF, just annihilating Holocaust right now, not even giving them a chance of having a 1 point in their name. Even with that, even with that team comp, I personally, it's I would say it's kind of heartbreaking looking at the
Yeah.
Holocaust right now, but yeah, it is what it is. And LCF, they played out really well. Early game, they were laying low and they were just farming up around here and there, going for the trades, maybe just without engaging. Even if they did fall quite, they did not go for any unnecessary team fight. They prioritized farming first, and when they were finally ready for a team fight, they just clapped back.
Yep.
They waited for the right timing to clap at their opponent, and they executed the whole draft well once again, catching any person who is alone or maybe one versus two off guard, just going for the kill because they know they've got the items, they got the equipment that they need, the whole skill set needed to burst, the anyone around you. So I would say here patience was the key for LCF. And yeah, since they started to have the dominance of around the map, Holocaust, they were kind of caught off guard. So that was quite unfortunate for them as well.
Yeah. Quite
Fighting in the
unfortunate for
water is like
Holocaust
natural
finally
strength
being
training.
out of. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be what ABM versus LCF on the grand finals, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. And with
Definitely.
that being said,
So
hmm
two of the big teams battling it out in the same server. Yeah, hey,
oh
it's
yeah,
gonna be
oh
quite an
yeah,
epic battle. But
hmm
but we still can't forget the third place match for tomorrow as well. It's gonna be IGN versus Holocaust. Maybe both the teams, they still got a chance to secure the second runners up at least.
yep,
So still gotta give their best.
absolutely. And with that all being said, it seems like this is the final match for tonight, and that is how we conclude this day or night for the Shadow of the Champions of the Realm Season 2. And this is me, Bolty, and Zewo. We're going to be signing out, but definitely tune again for tomorrow's play because things are going to get heated.
You like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having
for the
some
ball.
fun. Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story? Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having
for the
some
ball.
fun. Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?